All right. Welcome, everyone. This is Brother Doug with my sister Shoshana, our brother Dennis, and our sister Sally and our sister Sadie is with us. And we are going to be doing a study today called Why were the Yashraalites, the Israelites, commanded to utterly destroy only certain tribes that they dispossessed? So this is going to be an interesting study, especially for those that have not thought about it, that kind of just thought, oh, well, they're just all pagans. They're just regular humans that worship idols, and that's why they were destroyed. We'll show you why there's something else there that you have not been taught, or maybe it has not been showed to you. So Genesis chapter 38, verse 2, my sister Shoshana will be starting us off there. So...
and Yehuda, you want me to read?
Yep, go ahead.
And Yehuda saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite, whose name was Shua, and he took her and went into her. In other words, he married her.
Yeah, for anyone that's foreign to this concept, when it says go in to someone, it's a sexual act. You can see that in Genesis chapter 6, verse 1 to 4, the sons of Elohim, the angels of Elohim, it would say in the Septuagint, went into the daughters of men. So same concept. Marriage is metaphorically referred to with intercourse, basically. So I'm trying to keep it as PG as possible, but that's basically what into means in that kind of context that Sister Shoshana just read. So basically, he did something he was not supposed to do, and you're going to see Sister Shoshana is going to get to an earlier commandment from Yehuda's ancestors in the lineage of Abraham, where it's actually a commandment not to marry these type of ethnicities, women from these type of families from the descendants of Canaan. So we're about to get to that briefly here as Shoshana continues. With Genesis 28, 1 and verse 6.
And Yitzhak called Jacob and Baruch him, and commanded him, and said to him, do not take a wife from the daughters of Canaan. And verse 6 says, and Esau saw that Yitzhak had Baruch Jacob, and sent him away to Padam Aram, to take himself a wife from there, and that as he barak him, he gave him a commandment, saying, do not take a wife from the daughters of Canaan.
Yep, so pretty clear commandment there. And you'll see as we continue here with Shoshana's next couple of cross-references she's about to read, you'll see what happens with the other one, Esau. He doesn't exactly obey his parents' commandments. You'll see the repercussions of that later on in Scripture if you ever read about the Edomites. So here we go. We got the next one Shoshana has to read is Genesis 36, verse 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Esau took wives from the daughters of Canaan, Ada, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Oholibamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Sebon the Hivite. So Esau took daughters from Canaan, and from the Hittites, and from the Hivites.
Yeah, this is bad. So we can see at least 1, 2, 3 different tribes that later on in the book of Deuteronomy, these are the same tribes that are supposed to be utterly destroyed, women, children, everything, and he's marrying daughters from these lineages. Very bad.
Yeah, very bad.
So Esau doesn't care what his mom said and what his dad told him not to do. He's doing it anyway, out of spite probably. He looks at it as, my mom tricked my mom tricked my dad into giving my baraka to my brother. She favored my brother over me. So it's like stupid, sibling rivalry. He takes his anger out on his parents instead of just, trying to reconcile with his brother. And he completely takes it out on them. So he does the opposite of what his mom and his dad wanted him and Yaakov to do. So let me see here. So we're now up to, I'm already noticing we're down to 10 minutes here. 8 minutes actually. So let's see. We'll have Shoshana read the last one of the last cross references she has, and we'll do a part 2. So Genesis 26:34-35.
Okay, 26:34-35. And when Esau was 40 years old, he took as wives Yehudith, the daughter of Ben the Hittite, and Basemath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite. And they were a bitterness of spirit to Yitzhak and Rivkah.
Wow. All right. Wow. Okay, so that's another instance here with
So
Esau there.
More.
Yeah, he definitely didn't learn there. Now we're going to go to Genesis 9, verse 25. That will be your last cross-reference here.
Okay.
Yep.
And he said, this is talking about Noah. I'm going to read 24. Noah awoke from his wine, and he knew what his younger son had done to him. And he said, "Cursed is Canaan. Let him become a servant of servants to his brothers."
Yeah. Just to elaborate too, you might be thinking to yourself right now, you've read that for the first time, what's the curse? Well, I would assert to you, if you read the extra biblical books, you can kind of get an idea, well, okay, so all flesh was corrupted, and we're going to read that later on in this study. That
actually
scripture.
It's my next
okay.
one.
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead, sis. Yeah, might as well.
Okay. And the earth was corrupt before Elohim, and the earth was filled with violence. And Elohim looked upon the earth and saw that it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. And Elohim said to Noah, "The end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And see, I'm going to destroy them from the earth."
Interesting. I notice a little difference here, not trying to go on too much of a rabbit trail, but from the Masoretic text you just read in the Hallelujah Scriptures, it said Elohim said to Noah. The Septuagint, the Bretons here, says Yahuwah Elohim. Kind of interesting there that they would leave that out. It's kind of interesting that they would take his name out there and just leave the title there. So that's interesting.
It is.
Let's see here. So I think when we come back on, because we got short time right now, we're going to be going to Dennis next. And so please stay tuned, everybody. We're going to be doing the last part 2 of this study. We'll be back very shortly. So please stay on here. We'll be right back. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. And the recording.